Elliot Wilson.
So Danny did a video that was interesting. He's done a couple of videos recently about Rory and Mal podcast. We haven't talked about them in a long time.
I forgot they were existed.
Yeah, so the Rory and Mal podcast, apparently, you know, when they left, when they started the show, they got some big bag from some company or whatever. But apparently that contract is almost over. Whatever, however long that deal was, 2-3 years or whatever. So Danny was pretty much making a video like, you know, what's the fate of the Rory and Mal show when
What's
they
the state of the union?
Yeah, what's the state of the union when they don't have that big backing? They'll be technically independent because the era of like podcasts getting signed to big bags are pretty much over. So like you keeping a podcast going independently without a big financial structure, that's all comes down to the love of the sport. You know what I'm saying? Like, and he was just pretty much, Danny was pretty much saying like, we can tell that they don't really care about it that much. So what's actually going to happen? You know, like, are they going to just like float around for another 6 months, maybe a year, and then all of a sudden episodes start coming out slowly?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
few weeks off in between.
All of a sudden, there always seems to be a reason for an episode not coming out.
Shorter episodes, drier commentary.
Right. So
you know,
it's
that's
like,
the signs of a dying podcast.
Start seeing them niggas in the complex office like, yo, why are you there?
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What
So
about y'all's
it's-
studio?
So that's one of the things that Danny's video pretty much questioned. And then another one was he was kind of just talking about how Mal doesn't hang out with anybody a part of the show.
Yeah, that's something I was thinking about. What happens to the credibility, or in terms of like being the victims in the situation of Rory and Mal, if they end up beefing?
Oh my God! If Rory and Mal start
If
beefing,
Rory
like
and Mal
after this whole,
end up
once they
beefing.
go, man, that's gonna look bad.
Joe's
That's
gonna have
gonna
a
be
field day with that
Joe
shit.
might
Everybody
come out on
will.
top.
Yeah.
Everybody will.
Academics.
I mean, it's like
Yeah.
they can't beef, even if they have a bad falling out.
Yeah.
They can never publicly be at odds.
Which is what my greater
Ever.
point is
Yeah.
that they gotta be friends just because,
Yeah, they do.
just to keep up the image.
Well, that's the thing, and
Same face.
that's the thing that Danny was kind of pointing out. Mal has always kind of said he don't hang out with none of them outside of the podcast. He didn't even go to Rory's album release.
Okay, because when you first said that, I was like, grown ass men, the fuck you want to hang out for?
Right.
But that's kind of strange.
That's kind of
You know what I mean?
strange.
Your homie album release.
Yeah, and especially when like he was in LA. I think he was in LA too.
For such a sensitive album.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
know what I mean? And especially like for your boy, you know, like so Mal's playing a really good we're buddy on screen. Now, Danny was saying in his video, he thinks people on podcasts should hang out outside of the show, which I guess we do. I was thinking about us for a second. And I was even thinking about the 3-0 podcast. It's like we hang out, but we don't hang out like every week. You know what I'm saying?
Niggas-
Every so often we'll link up and do something, but it ain't like I don't think it's totally necessary.
Not at all.
Yeah.
Nah, it's like if I'm making money and I know y'all making money, it's
Right.
like, hey, we hanging out, nigga. We on the same
Right,
frequency, you know what I'm saying? And
right.
niggas is working.
Yeah, niggas, we be at work. You know what I'm
Niggas be
saying?
working.
Everybody got life.
How much time does niggas have?
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. It's like, so yeah, I don't know. So that's what Danny was saying. He thinks
But-
that it takes that to
That's some
have a
shit
good.
that sounds good, but it's not truly necessary.
It's not because they all thought that we've known each other for our whole lives.
for fucking years.
Yeah.
Yeah,
for
and
years.
niggas, we just met each other about 7 months ago, low key. You know what I'm saying?
It's just a comfortable couch, nigga. What can I say?
So it's like,
Some
yeah,
good brothers.
Yeah, so people definitely thought that we went back over 10 years, and that's
Yeah.
not the case at all. So I don't fully believe that part of it.
But
But yeah,
you do. It has to be some camaraderie.
there's definitely got to be that.
But
But it doesn't have to be built by doing extracurricular
we don't have to go
activities.
bowling together
Yes.
to build that camaraderie.
you know what I'm
At
saying?
that
Yeah.
point, it feels mandatory. It doesn't feel real now.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
come on, guys, let's go on a team morality trip.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
Go to the museum or some shit.
And I feel like our talking, like I feel like our bonding is like we bond like on the couch, pause, but like we do so much. Pause.
yeah.
But we do so much like off camera talking before and after shows too.
And plus,
You know what I'm
like
saying?
we've been to places before,
We
and
have.
it's happened naturally. It's
It
like, yo,
happened.
y'all gonna be there probably.
It's like, or it's
nigga.
like niggas are downtown right now. Like where y'all at, nigga? We a couple blocks away. Pull up on me. You know what I'm
feel me?
saying?
And shit like that.
Yeah.
But nah, you know,
So yeah.
I don't know if I want to playing a night out with y'all niggas.
Exactly. Yeah, that's what I'm saying,
Sounds
bro.
kind of gay.
Yeah, it sounds wrong.
Well, that hurts my feelings.
Yeah,
Hey,
but
No, not really. I'm just.
but
about
if we
to
talking
say.
basketball, niggas will pull up to a court though.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'd gladly hurt y'all niggas' feelings.
Yeah, you can't hurt my feelings. I'm not invested enough.
Yeah.
Can't hurt mine
You
either.
You
already
gotta take your
won.
shades off.
yeah.
Can't hurt mine either because we still ain't played one-on-one.
Nigga,
yet, so.
I'm here for the Apple Watch for the fill. I'm here to fill these rings up. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Y'all
yeah.
niggas go to war over that court.
Stay far away from that shit.
You're
War
right,
it turns into.
But yeah, I am interested to see what the Rory and Mal podcast becomes after this company doesn't partner with them anymore. I don't even know who they're signed to, honestly. I thought somebody said Spotify. Who gives a fuck? They're signed to somebody that gave them a bunch of money.
An Asian company like Kyrie.
Yeah, that's all that really matters. And
Yeah.
I don't know what's going to happen with it because, I mean, Rory seems like he cares a little bit more, but Mal definitely don't seem like
You give a shit for real.
he gives a shit for real. You know what I'm saying?
It's almost like he has a lot of money somewhere else. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Yeah,
You
yeah.
just think it just, you
It's
know?
almost like this is like it's not even a side gig. This is the side to the side gig.
Yep.
Yeah,
This- yeah.
He kind of just does it. It's kind of like a habit.
Yeah, it's like
He
you know.
podcasts like he's smoking cigarettes.
Yeah, I told people I would be here every Tuesday at this time, so
Yeah,
I just
yeah.
go. But
Yeah.
I got plenty of other things to do. You know what I'm saying? But that is kind of weird though. Like that he didn't even go to like. I can understand if I don't go to everything that y'all like or somebody would do outside. I mean,
you can't go to everything.
because you can't go to everything, but like if you have an album release, I'm definitely pulling up to your album release. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right.
There-
That's crazy.
There's like like there's certain
That's
things that
wild.
like like a birthday, I'm gonna pull
Come
up for a
on,
birthday.
like, you know what I'm saying? Like-
so that is kind of weird that he didn't go to the album release.
That doesn't even feel like we're not. That's not like we're not friends. It's like I don't really fuck with you like that.
yeah, that,
I'm saying, like,
yeah.
That's
An
kinda
album
what that
release,
is.
that's something like you fly in state for.
Yeah.
It's like having a baby, nigga.
That's like
Yeah.
a bachelor
Yeah.
party.
Yeah, it's
nigga.
like a bachelor party. It's like that's pretty serious. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? That's pretty serious, especially if you're in the same city. You know what I mean? Or we have the money. You know what I'm saying? Like you
Yeah.
have the money and you have the free time.
You got the
Yeah.
money and the means, and you still don't have the motivation.
The
Yeah.
morality.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
that's a little weird, but I am interested to see. I mean, we haven't talked about them in so long. I don't know what the hell is happening on the Joe Budden. I mean, in the Rory and Mal podcast. I literally don't know what the hell. I don't
Shit
know.
might be over.
It
I
might
wouldn't
be.
know.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what they do. I don't know what they talk
They still
about.
going up.
Yeah, I wonder what they talk about.
Every so often, when I see a clip on Instagram, I'd be like, the Rory and Mal podcast.
Yeah.
Keep it scrolling. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. They just never. Nothing really draws me.
Maintaining
in like
the mediocre, you know that's what happens.
that. Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. I mean, it's just.
You know they got some Island Boys content. That's
Yeah.
good. That shows that they're keeping up with current events.
Yeah.
Oh, what? Excuse me. One thing that Danny did bring up though, and he was saying, just like stressing how lazy they are, or like how much they don't care, is like Rory and Mal have always had A1 sketches. And once they got that bag, they didn't do a sketch for like damn near 2 years.
They've been paid. They've been
And-
well fed. There's no
and-
need to go eat.
Yeah, and now that the contract's ending, it's like they're trying to start to do things now, but it's like, damn, nigga,
Yeah,
like,
their
Where
thumbnails
was they
changing.
at?
where was your moment? Where was that hunger for those 2 years? But
That's apparently that's what Joe Budden's problem was with him partially.
yeah, where I can't get you to try
Lack
harder.
of ambition.
Yeah,
How much money does it take for you to slack off for 2 years?
I don't know. Yeah, that is interesting too. Well, you know what makes it even more interesting is like when I hear somebody, okay, if any of us in this room that we live in the South get $1 million deal, right? That's number one. I feel like we all know that's not forever money.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I feel like we all understand that, but we also understand that like $1 million for us in the South will stretch 10 times
Far.
further than $1 million in New York City.
Right.
Yeah.
So like even when their rumors was they got like a $10 million deal, if we account for taxes, you're already at 6, and then you divide that in half,
Story.
$3 million a piece. I'm like,
And
what?
then the team.
And then the team, but I'm like, nigga, in New York,
Yeah, that's gonna go fast.
that sounds like
You gonna blow that within
5 years, maybe.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
blow that in
saying?
5,
If you're
10.
like, and it seems like they live a pretty decent life to where.
Pretty decent fucking
Yeah, a
life.
real decent life to where you get the sneakers that you
they're
want.
probably
You know
spending
what
more
I mean?
than they should, low key, for that.
So
Like,
I don't know. you know?
Well, Maul does have on the same fitted in a couple of these pictures. So they might be Modest Men.
But there might be clips from full episodes though.
Yeah, well, they might just be
you're
reusing.
right.
They just might be reusing cover because well, shit, we done that.
You're right.
Yeah.
Reuse the same clipped out image, so he don't have to, Lauren don't have to spend the time to do
Right.
it. If we
Right.
forgot to take pictures, so.
You're right. Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, but that's what I'm thinking. Like $3 million a pop in New York City
for these
guys that travel, go to events. So I don't know if they're bottle buyers or strip club participants. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know all their vices and how much money they might spend in vices, but just living in New York City and traveling the world, that's an expect. The $3 million ain't nothing. It feels like
It's not, bro.
But it's you're not stopped. The goal isn't to stop after that. The
Right.
goal is to keep continuing and to build upon that $3 million.
But that might have. But $3 million for them might be enough for them.
Victory defeated them.
But
For Maul at least,
Right, but
Rory clearly has more ambition.
They still doing other things too, though. They still doing like live shows and stuff like that, so they getting a little bread on that.
Okay,
And I'm sure they have like other events. They may like do like pop ups or something. I'm assuming they do like club appearance. I don't know, some shit.
I don't know what they do.
Walkthroughs or something.
I don't know what they do, bro. I really
don't know. This is all speculation.
They
Yeah,
could be doing what G Herro fucking. Nah, I ain't gonna put him on.
which is crazy.
I ain't gonna put
That kind of blew my mind. I was like, this nigga is going to jail for 5 years, and it's just
And it's kind of like it seems normal. I
Yeah,
don't know what it is
right.
about it.
All rappers
seems
get
like-
arrested. That's
Yeah, it
just
just
what
seems-
happens.
it
Them
seems like
niggas
nobody-
die and go to jail.
And then
religiously.
Yeah.
a little sidetrack, but the mama, don't worry, nigga. He in jail too.
yeah. Oh
Mama,
yeah,
don't
for murder.
worry.
Yeah. He's in jail for attempted murder or murder or
He's a
something like
survivor,
that.
nigga.
Yeah, he
He's
did.
a
He
felon.
survived.
Yeah.
But he's facing them boys now.
All rappers go to jail. We got so many of them that it doesn't like. We don't really look at the numbers. But I wonder what's the statistics on like
Yeah.
how this current generation's careers usually end. Our podcasters are in jail, nigga.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's true.
Big Loon's on the way. I feel like.
Oh man, yeah. You keep making threats online.
He's
yeah,
definitely in mental prison.
He's
Yeah.
writing a
You
ticket.
know what I mean?
He's in mental shambles.
Yeah.
For sure.
Oh shit.
Hopefully,
Big-
Rory and Maul, they're not like fucking up. Like they're not.
Yeah, hopefully they invest good. I mean,
I think they'll be straight.
Who knows what they do? I know Rory will be good because it's obvious that he has
Yeah,
more
Roy
ambition.
looked like
Yeah.
the type of nigga with an Acorns account.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
it's
that'd be
obvious he
good.
has more ambitions outside of just the podcast. But Maul, who fucking knows?
If Adam can come back from his situation,
No, Adam's built.
Where did
different.
Adam come back from?
Adam is built
He came back.
different. Oh yeah, let's move over to Adam.